guys, welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, hello, hi, I'm Jyotsna and this is a booktube channel where I make a lot of bookish content basically. And in this video this video is very exciting because I'm going to be showing you all the stuff that I got for my birthday. But before I start, let me just give you a disclaimer that the only reason I plan to sit and film this video is to show my gratitude to all the people who sent me books, who sent me art supplies, and who gifted me things. And I'm really grateful again for your wishes, for your gifts, and this is just a video dedicated to you, and a shout out to those who actually wished me, a shout out to those who actually sent me something, and I am very glad. Okay, so yeah, that being said, let's get on to the video. Basically, the gifts I got are a mix of books, art supplies, and also clothes in some cases. And what I'm going to do is that I'm going to be like splitting it in a very smart manner, and there are timestamps in the description box. You can skip to whichever like mode or whichever stuff you want to see, right? So I think like the maximum amount of the stuff in here are books, and you know why, of course, because I have like a booktube channel and I love books and I read a lot, but I also have like some considerable amount of art supplies and clothes as well. So let me start with the clothes because that's what my parents gifted me. I'm just like grabbing it from here. Let me show you the clothes that I got. Like the first thing that I got here was a Levi's hoodie from my parents, and this was like the need of the hour because when they gifted it to me, I was posting all of these status updates on Instagram complaining that it was super cold in Mumbai, and I really felt like, oh, I'm just gonna die. I'm in Shimla, and then people started complaining that Delhi is colder than Mumbai, and then I was like, no, Delhi is colder than Antarctica. So yeah, that's a running joke. And I also got like a couple of jeans. So this one I've not worn yet, but this is something I wore for my birthday. That's why it's wrinkled because it's washed and it's packed. So yeah, jeans. Yeah, basically I got clothes from my parents as usual for my birthday. The next section is going to be art supplies and journaling supplies because I do have like a few of them here, and then we'll jump onto the books at last. So the first art supply that I want to show you is this one. I got a sketchbook, and this is from Harshpreet. Harshpreet is HK Gwilani on her booktube channel as well as on her Instagram. She's more active on Instagram these days, and it's awesome. So you see this? I mean, I absolutely love this. It's thank you so much, and I've already started using these. Like you can see some drawings here and all, and also this half page because I'm actually making stickers on this book and cutting them out. So yeah, thank you, happy for these. And the next art supply is actually from Smriti from Santris because she knows how much I bujo and how much am I journaling on my reading journal, and she gifted me these the sticker and washi tape. So the first one is vintage stickers, and this is how they look. I think this is like a pretty famous like journaling technique as well now, and a journaling trend, not a technique. So basically it has like individual stickers, and I've already opened them and I've started using it for sure on my bujo. But the other gorgeous thing that she gifted me is this. This is a Vincent Van Gogh inspired washi tape set, and how do you even open this? Okay, like it's so gorgeous, it's so beautiful. Like I just feel like staring at it and not using it at all. But I think one day I will use it, and it's a beautiful set. I absolutely love it. It's just that it's too pretty to be used, okay? But I will use it one day for sure. So thank you, Smriti, for these two. The next set of gifts are from my partner, and of course he's gifted me a lot of stuff because it's my birthday. And the first thing that I got, so the first two things, this is my uniball pen set, and this is something that I actually needed, so I asked for it literally because I used this in my, oh, you already saw the second one, but see this. So it's basically 0.7 uniball air, and it's like thick like this, and I use it for journaling. I use it in my bullet journal, especially when it comes to like writing headings. I prefer like a thicker nib, and there are days also I use this to write the body. And that being said, you already saw this one. These are my post-it notes. So Again, if you don't know, I use post-it notes in my books and I annotate my books. And the reason I love these especially these post-it flags, like you can see, is simply because I can reuse them. They are plastic and you don't need to throw them away like after you use them. They also like are very flexible, so you can just remove them and put it in another book. So multiple of my books have these. Of course, every time I'm reading, I carry these around. And if I don't like the book, or if I think that I'm not going to like keep the book for a very long time, before giving it away, I remove the tabs from it and then I stick it to like the plastic thing that comes along with it. So I save that and I stick it and then I reuse it. So you never run out of sticky notes that way, and you never run out of annotating things in general. So I absolutely love this. And this is a pack of 5. Last year when I got a pack of 5, I am still on my last pack right now. I think I have like I'm on my 4th pack and my 5th pack pending. So I think that's a good thing, because that means I'm actually like, using it pretty well. And this is just like restocking, and that's why I got this. And this is the last art supply here, and then we'll move on to books, again gifted by my partner, and that's this. These are artist grade Brustro oil pastels, and let me tell you, like, my go-to medium in school, in college, has always been oil pastels. And I used to use like the Camlin student oil pastels because I used to really love it. But over the last few years, I have been looking forward to kind of upgrading that, because student oil pastels can be a bit difficult to use after a point of time. It's good for like amateurish work, not that I'm a professional, but then I just wanted to like step up and have something that's like more something that's much better, like something that can get smear itself on the page very nicely, and this does the job. I have an unboxing reel on my Instagram if you want to check it out, and I used this to make some stickers, and I also made some but it has 48 shades if you cannot see that. So yeah, this comes for 1,000 rupees if you're interested. It's there on Amazon, and I was like kind of shying away from buying this for a very long time, because my preferred medium tends to be like brush, gouache, like what's brush gouache, like gouache and acrylic. Like, I like to work with the brush a lot, but then this is something that I'm willing to experiment and like gain some small sort of expertise in, because I really love the medium. And I would also like to show you, because in the book that Harshpreet gifted me, I also have started drawing in there, or painting in there specifically. Like, so this is one of them with the oil pastels that I got, and this is the second one. I'm yet to do something here. So yeah, that's that. And yeah, I highly recommend this if you're looking for oil pastels. And plus, I think it's in a budget, and it's like totally worth your money. So again, I had my partner give me some books, basically, and let me just start like one by one what came in. Basically, I wanted Westland books, and because Westland's shutting down, unfortunately. And of course, whenever I think of Westland, I don't think about their fiction collection, although they have an amazing fiction collection. And I've read some books from their fiction collection. I love their non-fiction. Like, Westland non-fiction is like unlike any other in that same field in India. And the first book that I got was Undercover by Ashish Khetan, and it basically talks about how he went undercover in Gujarat thrice in 4 years. He penetrated deep into the world of Hindutva and uncovered a hate-filled universe where stories of rape and murder are exchanged over a cup of tea. Each time he returned with reports that shook the country to its core, equipped with cameras small enough to be clipped to a button on his shirt. Ketan secretly filmed men close to the corridors of power, or indeed in them, admitting to mind-numbing venality during the Gujarat riots of 2022. So I love any form of investigative journalism. I am a huge fan of books written by investigative journalists, and I'm hoping to read this ASAP. And the next book that I have here is this one. This is Despite the State by S. Chandrasekhar. M. Rajashekhar. My bad. I'm sorry about that. Basically, this book is about India as a democracy, and how there is this loom of democratic failure in India. But then the book kind of explores this democratic aspect through the Indian states. So basically, the description reads, this is a tale of India states, of why they build schools but do not staff them with teachers, favor a handful of companies so much that and others slip into losses, wage waters with their neighbors while allowing rampant sand mining and groundwater extraction, harness citizens' rights to vote but brutally crack down on their right-wing dissent. Reporting from 6 states over 33 months, award-winning investigative journalist M. Rajshekhar delivers a necessary account of a deep crisis that has gone largely unexamined. So again, Indian political non-fiction, my jam. I'm looking forward to read this. And then the next book here is again political non-fiction, and that is All Roads Lead North. Basically, this book is by this book Amish Raj Mulmi. I'm not aware of the name. Okay, so he is a consulting editor at Writers Side Literary Agency and has previously worked for Juggernaut Books and Hachette, India. He's from Pokhara, Nepal, and this is his first book. This is his first book? And he's writing on the Nepal-China diplomatic ties. Interesting. So basically, this is about why Nepal is leaning more towards China and kind of missing India in this whole diplomacy game, in the whole geopolitical game. It's pretty interesting because I really wanted to read this since a long time, because anything with China, I'm like gonna go and read it. Okay, I do have like another book on my shelf which says India's China Challenge. So yeah, political non-fiction, geopolitics, my jam. I'm gonna read it. And that being said, the last book from this Westland list that my partner gifted me was this one. This is Whole Numbers and Half Truths. This is basically a book by Rukmini S. and it talks about data in modern India. It says what data can and cannot tell us about modern India, which is super duper interesting because this has stats about India and it kind of talks about how India can improve, how it's flawed on many levels, and I'm really looking forward to this one. By the way, more about the author because I do not know much. In 2004, she began covering Mumbai city for the Times of India. So she's an independent data journalist based in Chennai. She basically writes for Mint, India Spend, and The Guardian. Her pandemic podcast, The Moving Curve, won an Emergent Ventures India COVID-19 prize in 2020, and she's won a lot of awards in journalism, basically, and journalism and writing. And she was born in Pune, studying Mumbai, and things like that. This is very interesting. I'm very much looking forward to this book. It's going to be a pretty heavy read. I can already feel it from here. But yeah, bring the data on. So the next set of books are the books that I got from my friend Manya, and she's Womania on Instagram. And basically she actually splurged a lot, and I'm really grateful to her. I've been pampered a lot during this birthday, honestly. So I got multiple books from her. So let's start with my favorite, non-fiction. This is the first Westland book that she gifted me. I think this is like the first and only Westland book that she gifted me, because she said that I have to read this book, and I really wanted to read this book, and I was dying to read this book. And when I heard Westland was closing, I was crying on why am I not getting a chance to read this book. And this is Silent Coup by Josie Joseph, which is about India and its political non-fiction. My jam, totally. A history of India's deep state. I'm planning to read this in March. I hope I can make this like one of the I would say contenders for my read along, for my Indian non-fiction read along, and I really hope to get to this ASAP. So yeah, that's the first book that she gifted me. The second book is non-fiction, and that is Republic of Caste by Anand Tel Tumde. After reading Coming Out as Dalit, I was really looking forward to like read more books on caste, because I've read Annihilation. I've read like 4 to 5 books by now on caste and caste discrimination, and this is one of those important books that was missing from that list, and I really wanted to read it. Plus this is also going to be like a book for the Consciousness Raising book club soon, so I also wanted it. So yeah, she gifted it to me. Thanks, Manya. Awesome. So the next two books are actually fiction books gifted by her, and the first one is again a consciousness raising book club pick, and this is I Have Not Seen Mandu, a fractured soul memoir by Swadesh Deepak, which has been translated my ever favorite Jerry Pinto. I'm really looking forward to read this book. I do not know anything about this guy. I don't know anything about. The only person I know over here is about Jerry Pinto. Like, I don't know who's Swadesh Deepak. I don't know who's Mandu. Like, I'm going into this blank and I would like to stay that way. And the icing on the cake, here we are. Thanks, Vanya, for this. I really feel like crying looking at this. And she gifted me House of Leaves. Yes, I know. This is like the one book that I have been meaning to read since a very long time. And may I just tell you that my partner is like extremely jealous that I got this book, because he's wanted to read this book since like ages now, but he's never gotten to buy it because it's actually an expensive book. But I am so glad that I got gifted this. Thank you. Amazing. And this is basically like a thriller, horror-ish kind of setup. Anyway, you can just Google this book, and no, because I don't want to open it and see it. I just want to like be into it. So yeah, that's that. And then let's get to the books that I got gifted by many other people. So the next book that I got gifted was by Namrata from Monochrome Reads on Instagram, and it is this one. This is Footprints on Zero Line, Writings on the Partition by Gulzar. And I had been eyeing this book for a very long time, but I was like really like thinking, whether I should buy it or not buy it. And now that I've been gifted it, I actually browsed through it because it has poems in Hindi, it has poems in English, and it also has like these short stories about the line of control, and it has like stories about the partition in itself that I'm really looking forward to read this book. So yes, thank you, Namrata. It's an amazing gift all of these amazing gifts, but this is like really special. So yeah, that's that. The next one is by Jeshu from Books to Hands on Instagram, and that is this one. This is Ants Among Elephants by Sujata Girla, which is a Dalit non-fiction book which talks about the author's family, and she belonged to the Mala caste and was educated in Warangal and Madras by Canadian missionaries in 1930s. So basically this is like her experience, her family's experience being Dalit. And this was there on my wish list, by the way, so this is something I mean to read it. I think Jeshu and I will be buddy reading this, but Jeshu, get back to me with the time when you want to read this, okay? And then we'll read it together. Cool. So yeah, this is something very exciting. Absolutely looking forward to that one. And then the next book that I got gifted is by Neetu PD. She keeps commenting on my videos. She's an amazing subscriber. Hi, Neetu. And it's this one. This is Vivek Tejuja's book that I've been meaning to read since a very long time. I was like contemplating should I buy it on the Kindle or not. And then I was like, no, I want to have a physical copy. And then I got one. Yes, it's a book that I really want to read. I've been meaning to read it since a very long time. It is his memoir, and it's about like growing up gay in India in the 90s, which is something that I'm really looking forward to read. And people who've read this book have actually like got a perspective and like have liked it. So I'm hoping to like this too. Okay. And then we get to like the last 3-4 books here. The next book was gifted to me by Ash from Pages to Heart. Yes, Ash gifted me this one. This is The Truth About Me by A. Revati, who is a transgender woman in India. And it talks about, her being a transgender woman in the Indian society. Okay, and I remember this very distinctly because when we were in like one of Smriti's reading parties, and this is like very initially when we had them in 2020 or so, in 2020, and at that time I didn't know Ash much, and Ash had said that had recommended this book at that time itself. And I was like, yeah, I'm looking forward to read it, and I finally got it. So that's like super awesome, and thank you, Ash, for this one. So yeah. And then we move on to the last 3 books in this list. The next 2 books are from Nivi, from Nivedita Reads. She's there on Instagram. Go check her out. The first one, oh, by the way, I really, I'm annoyed at Amazon because their receipts keep fading away and I don't like faded receipts. But the first one I got was The First Woman by Jennifer Makumbi. Honestly, I've been waiting to read this since such a long time. Like, this book has been there on my list since like ages now. And I was like, I want to read it. Like, I'm not getting time to read it, but now I finally have it in my hand. And I really, really want to read it ASAP. Okay. So that's the first one she gifted. And the second one is exciting. Like, the second one is Vanity Bag by Anis Salim, and I have been dying to read Anis Salim since a very long time. Like, you have no clue that, I mean, the fact that Nivi gifted me this, I'm like, oh my god, I can finally read Anis Salim in my life, and I'm making it a priority to read Anis Salim now. Looking forward to reading this book. So yeah, that's that. And then let's get to the last book in the list that I got gifted, and that is this is by Key, from Books and Key actually. And yes, this is Meena Kandaswamy's one of her famous books, and that is The Orders Were to Rape You. And this talks about the tigresses in the Tamil Ilam struggle. I know that it's going to be a triggering book. It's a pretty short book though, but I know it's going to be triggering. It talks about, oh, by the way, I'm just reading the back of the book. It says, never have Tamil women burned so bright, never have they dazzled so much as when they were tigresses, but nothing had prepared me to brace for the reality that these powerful women would be so vulnerable. So yeah, I know quite a few people have read this book already, and I'm planning to read it in 2021 itself. So let's see how that goes. So yes, that being said, those are all the gifts that I got on my birthday this year. Thank you so much for everybody who sent me gifts or give me wishes and stuff like that. I'm really grateful to you guys. My thing is that for me, like I keep saying this almost every month on some or the other video, that if the work I do online, if the work I do, like especially my reading, if it affects like even 1 or 2 people and they get influenced by me and they pick up books that I recommend, it's like job done for me. Like, for me, the numbers don't matter, the subscribers don't matter. What matters is that I'm affecting people's lives, I'm making a difference to them, and I'm kind of helping them become a better version of themselves. Okay, so yeah, that being said, thank you so much for watching this video. I will see you on my weekly reads. Bye.